You know, you kind of have a target on your back. People are going to watch you. You know, I was able to prove a lot of people wrong, you know, last year, and this year it's going to be the same thing. I got to prove a lot of people wrong again. I've always dreamt about the NBA, always. Ever since I can remember back in my life, I've always believed I was going to make it to the NBA. I've always, you know, worked towards it. As a kid, I always played with older guys, so I was playing with my older brothers a lot. I was always the youngest guy getting, you know, pushed around. I think that really helped me, you know, going forward and going back to my age and being able to dominate. The basketball culture in Toronto, you know, had a switch. Hockey was the main sport. With Vince Carter and the Raptors, you know, making it into the playoffs and getting the interest of, you know, people in Toronto and Canada, I think that really helped the generation that you see now. One of the few Canadians at the time, you're always going to be looked, you know, kind of the underdog going into a situation. I went to high school in Newark, New Jersey, St. Benedict's Prep. You know, it's not a nice area. It's a, you know, a tough environment to live in. You know, I had to mature to living in Newark. Taking care of myself, living by myself without, you know, my older brother or my parents, I think that, you know, really helped me mature. I remember going to the Carrier Dome as a kid. I was probably 10 years old, and just remembering, you know, this is where I want to come to college. They kind of started recruiting me a little bit later than other schools, but you know, when I looked at the situation and you know, all the pros and cons of it, I just fell back in love with Syracuse, and I decided to go there. Potential, you know, only takes you so far. I was able to turn potential, you know, into production in Syracuse. Coming in as a top 20 player in the nation, you know, you kind of have a target on your back. People are going to watch you. And this year it's going to be the same thing. Coming in as one of the top players, but you know, not someone people see as someone who's going to, you know, come in and make an impact. And you know, that's what I want to do. The doubters, they always have something else. I think growing up, they always said, you know, he can't score. And then I would score. Now, you know, they said I can't defend, and through workouts I've been, you know, defending and showing I can play defense. And Syracuse, I led the ACC in steals and made, you know, second team all defense. And you know, they're saying he's not athletic enough. So at the combine I went and tested well. So I think, you know, they're just gonna say, you know, I'm unathletic, and that's what they're gonna stick with for now, I guess. That definitely gets me fired up. I think anybody, you know, a competitor, a person that, you know, takes basketball seriously, when people say they can't do something, they want to go out there and prove it. And I think on the court, you know, hard work pays off. It's kind of cliche, but it's, you know, so true. I think I realized that, you know, growing up, you know, you could have talent, but you know, if you don't work hard, it's you're not going to pay off. I definitely feel like I'm living the dream. You know, you have dream schools, you have dreams of playing in the NBA, and I was able to achieve both so far. When my name's called, you know, I think that'll be, you know, my dream come true. You know, as a young man, you know, trying to make a career out of it, you know, I know my work is just beginning, you know, when my name is called. I know it's a whole different world and a whole different level of hard work, and, you know, I'm ready for that. I'm Tyler Ennis, and this is my draft dream.